What up, y'all? What up, what up, what up, what up, what up? Welcome to Beats and B-Sides. Tribute to my man DJ Przm tonight. How y'all doing out there? Y'all good? Yeah, Przm is definitely one of the most slept on. What up, what up, what up? It's Illogic. Beats and B-Sides. Tribute to my man DJ Przm. Yeah, tonight I'm gonna just have some fun playing some of my favorite Przm joints. Not all of them. There's too much to name. There's too much to play. I would have to do like 3 or 4 parts of it. But as y'all can see, I'm rocking one of the Tanks, Beats and B-Sides tanks, and t-shirts are available at illogic.bandcamp.com. You can purchase those. It is limited. Sizes are limited. Quantity is limited. It's they're going fast too, so they'll be shipping out. I'm gonna start shipping some tomorrow. And yeah, man. Support. But yeah, we gonna get into my man DJ Przm, but I wanna start something new, and I'm gonna start doing this like every episode. Every time I do one of these, especially if it's a tribute or if I'm, just doing anything live. I want to start out with a verse. And this is a verse from a feature that I did with my man J1. The track actually was released today. You can check it out on all your streaming platforms. And it's called Come Closer. And yeah, shout out to my man J1, Sammy Warm Hands. Yeah, man, thanks, man. I've been working on the quality, trying to get everything nice and crispy for y'all, So I want to make sure that everybody, I'm giving you something cool to look at, you know what I'm saying? Something nice to hear, something to do on a Friday or whenever I, do this. But yeah, so I'm gonna start out with a verse, and this is my verse from J1's Come Closer that was just released today, and I'm gonna spit it for y'all here. Hopefully, I get through it. But yeah, I want to start giving y'all some verses and letting y'all know the things I'm working on. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, here we go. This is Come Closer. Check it out. Intensity in the face of nonsense. Inner city genocide for profit. Killjoy conscious ominous. Feel more monstrous than when you're in your own skin. Children think they're grown men. No wins for the losers. Cruising to the plight of the heartless, pummeled under the plight. Shoulders folding from the weight of fate. I'm emboldened with the faith in the path I take. Where royalty and honor are a pastime. Poison loyalty help the boy in me maneuver landmines with buoyancy. Hovering in beauty, drowning in the abyss but my bloodline. Grandma told me there'd be days like this where my voice would pierce the minds of the masses. I freely give what most of y'all are scared to risk. Open book, each written a syllabus, now enrolling classes. Transfixed, sweat, skill, and luck clashes to blend. Those who skip steps can watch the phoenix ashes ascend. I'll last till the end. Infinite linguistic master in the minds of men. Now let's begin. Sorry, I jumbled it a little bit there. I don't know the verse by heart. Reading it off the phone, you know what I'm saying? But yeah. You can check that out. It's called Come Closer by my man J1. Me and Sammy Warm Hands on the feature. It's a really, really, really dope song. Really dope song. But check it out on all your streaming platforms, you know. And we're gonna get into this. We're gonna get into this tribute for my man DJ Przm. You know what I'm saying? So I want to first off start off by giving y'all a little, you know, a little story. Well, not really a story, but really just more of, you know, letting you guys know what Przm meant to me. Now, all of this, everything that I tell tonight, like I'm gonna share stories tonight. I'm gonna share music, unreleased and released. And, you know, Przm's stuff wasn't widely released all the time. It was, but like there's some classics here in Columbus. So I want people to hear it. I want y'all to check it out. So, but for me, Przm was like one of the most genuine, creatively, like, beautiful, cool, funny, hilarious to be around, hard working, just one of those dudes that, you know, like, just being around him just made you feel good all the time. You know what I'm saying? And you know, and I'm sure like this is echoed definitely from a lot of his friends and a lot of people that knew him. And 13 years ago, we lost him. He had some complications with his heart. And that was one thing about Przm. Like, Przm never complained. Przm never, you know, wanted anybody to feel sorry for him. Przm, you know, like, just did his thing. And, you know, like, he was just one of those great dudes to be around. So tonight is dedicated to my man. And I'm going to start off with a song that he did with Eclipse from their album from 3MS. 3MS stood for three-member structure. It was Przm, Eclipse the Preternatural, and Illogic. Those were the three-member structure, and it's one of those underground joints that, you know, Columbus always like supported Przm. And yeah, so I just want to start out with that, and we're gonna move right along. I'm gonna play that, and then I'm gonna play Poisonous off of his Flim Flam album that featured me, and then I'm gonna come back and tell y'all some stories or something, you know what I'm saying? So yeah, check this out. This is DJ Przm and Eclipse from 6C Now Crazy, the 3MS album. Yeah, here we go. This beat is so ill. Przm was one of the best.
As a completely unique experience. We can play a simple tune like this.
Get it on. Yeah, I put your head out. Bust a verbal shot to get the lead out. Smoke a blunt and Uggs, Visine couldn't get the red out. The blood shot, you blood clot, you think you a thug, what not? For me, I'm underway and underground, too much like
Chub Rock.
Smile, say cheese, watch the birdie, I snatch your mug shot and whatnot. Sip moonshine right out the juggernaut. When I get my act, I'm pumping Brooklyn act and juggernauts. Megahertz and Greenhouse, some of my favorites. I love all underground, but it's too many to name it. Peter pedophile, I'm foul. If upper teens blossom fade out, they say it's one in every family. I haunt yours like Amity. Claim plain insanity. You ain't a man to me. I make you wish you never seen a day you ran into me. You couldn't fight my rhymes. They too hard for you to even write. If you needed something soft to chew on, so you turn a pillow fighter. You ain't a rider, you a dick rider. For riding on Przm shock is like riding a roller coaster without the shoulder harness. Or a base jumping without a parachute. I bury you. After drunk driving your hearse to the
burial.
I sent you 3 archangels in the early 70s to corrupt and destroy.
Beat is so nasty.
Pillage, murder. But the plan was logically, optically deep. You are supposed to complete your mission. Complete
strong. On the horn telling me to stay calm because I bomb. Signaling for the SWAT team to storm when I perform. To practice the activation procedures. Cause when I detonate, if I concentrate, I'll nuclear freeze the matter in between your follicles and your sneakers. Polluting the air we breathing in depopulating regions. The type of nigga that go to church and heckle the preacher. The devil even offered me occupancy as reaper. A $666 million creature with a brimstone shell and necroplasm in my femur.
Can you hear it, yo?
Can you hear it?
Do you hear him?
Can you hear him? Eclipse was one of the illest.
4 people. Only 4.
In the dome.
Yeah, man, that's one of my joints, man. All right, so next I'm gonna play Poisonous. This is off of Flim Flam. It's me and DJ Przm on the beats. Like, his beats were so fucking crazy all the time. You know what I'm saying? Like, shit is so crazy. If you haven't heard any of these albums, then we need to start putting them out. Shout out to Pos too for hitting me up and sending me all of this stuff so I could share it with y'all tonight. But yeah, man, like if y'all haven't heard this, like, Pos, shout out to you. Like, we need to get all this up on Spotify and all this, you know, because he got his daughter, and we can, you know, make sure she gets all the royalties and all that stuff. But yeah, man, so much shit. But this is me and Przm, and this is called Poisonous. It's from the Flim Flam album. Word. It's one of my favorites. Definitely one of my favorites.
Yeah. Yeah, that's how we do. Burn MCs to 180th degree, attempt to try your angle. Manipulative maneuvers revert Latin scholars to preschoolers. Vocal cords tangle with attempts to echo. You came falsetto. I stay in the mix like a mulatto. Faking MCs, I leave shaking like vibrato. Decapitate the innate rappers, my motto. Watch for the guitar cases. I enter the center as the mic desperado.
Get off of me.
When you attempt to spit, you emit sounds like a cacophony into the next millennium. I process Microsoft MCs to the point they nickname me Pentium. With lyricism, I transcend mentally, splitting light with Przm. Creating illuminated beams of polychromaticism. Taste the rainbow, a style you can't relate because you came with the same flow. Please, no resistance.
Call me cardiac, I'm the heart of your existence. Yo.
You think you an MC? Battle me, find the truth, I'm Daria. At the rate I expand, the dopest mathematician couldn't find my surface area. Thug bugs I exterminate, uproot seeds before they germinate. Splice wires of life with vice grips and penetrate place where I'll defeat ya. Cause you took the risk of getting Illogic pissed.
Like your urethra.
That's how we do.
Beat these kids that'll never get no sleep while we exterminate and count the weak.
Y'all counting sheep.
Don't look surprised when me, Bruley, and Illogic roll through your projects on some battle shit. But if it come down to it, we can toss objects. You talk rough next. Don't want it a conflict with this. What we inflict this too complex. Sit there looking stupid with your thumb in your pee hole. We well known, but stay low key like bottom lock keyholes. Verbally quick on the draw, McGraw, get yourself shot through. Panoramic bird's eye view.
Shot you.
Every Joe Smo when the flow jump on the bandwagon and follow. I'm right there kicking you off stage like Sandman on
at Apollo. Are you a slave to the rhythm while you a slave to the Przm? Amateurs.
Get detention in hip hop 101 class
quiz 'em.
Flunky, you couldn't pass if you was that bitch that this fat
lip.
I paralyzed you. You ain't making moves. I made
you sat stiff. Yeah, man, that's one of my favorites, man. Przm was my tour DJ, and the first tour that I went on was with Idea for the Many Faces of Oliver Hart tour. That was the first tour that I ever went on, and he wanted to take me out, so me, Przm, and Brew went. Brew was my hype man. And dog, we had so much fun. You know, like Przm always had his camera out. Like, those are some of those videos that you can check out on YouTube with us on tour and some of those freestyle sessions. And that was actually from the ENA tour, those freestyle sessions. But, you know, like me, Brew, Przm, and Idea and J-Bird packed in a little Astro van. It was a brown Astro van. And, you know, like, it really wasn't a lot of money for the tour. And, you know, I let Brew know, and Brew was like, you know, I don't give a fuck. Like, I sleep on the floor. Like, I'm coming. You know what I'm saying? So, like, it was our first real, like, tour outside, you know, with me solo. Like, my first solo tour outside of Columbus, going to different cities. And it was right after Got Lyrics dropped. And, yeah, man, like, it was so much fun. So much fun. And, you know, this is one of the reasons why, this is what started me and Brew and Przm's like deep friendship, because we were all cool. We were all friends, you know, chopping it up at Bernie's every Sunday, and, you know, spitting and going to the Phono Slut Mansion to record and all that. Like, we was always cool. But, you know, like, that tour kind of really solidified, you know, that we were tight, you know what I'm saying? So, you know, so many things. And, you know, and from that moment on, Przm was my tour DJ. And because he had, you know, DJ for me doing shows. He had DJ for me and Print in Columbus for some shows and things. And he was a dope performer. He could beatbox, all that shit. So, you know, like, it really changed the game on our performance. And yeah, man, like, love that dude, miss that dude, man. But yo, next up, I'm going to play Rated PG. This joint is from Flim Flam, and this was a song that Przm did where, like, he basically was like a pimp, or, like, you know, like a womanizer, but all the women are cartoon characters, and and it's super dope. So check it out. Here we go. It is Rated PG off of Flim Flam. And yeah, it's one of my joints.
Senorita?
I see. You are very popular with the ladies, yes?
I like all the pretty girls.
Some matches?
Gratis.
Well, such popularity must be deserved.
You flatter me.
Joint is so dope.
Yo, I knew this shorty named Smurfette. Dingy airhead chick didn't take no time for the prick to get her skirt wet. 2 minutes after we met, 2 minutes busted and jet. She said it was so smurfy, she hooked me up with Jessica Rabbit, but she couldn't take the dick and made her lazy. And I'm too sexually active, so I spit game to this new Duck Daisy. Daisy rocks, Daisy Dukes with a polka dot bow in her wig. She had DSL, duck sick and lips almost too big. I'm sleazy. I get more ass than Go 13 to any easy peasy Japanesey Japanimation chick teasing me. That one-eyed alien on Futurama tried to abduct the Priz, but she ended up getting addicted to what my dick did. I'm an animation gigolo. Got Miss Scott rocks for every rock she got. You know that snob hoe on Flintstone. Olive oil told me she had tense bones, so I stroked her down with olive oil on a 9-inch slung. And while Popeye and Brutus was fighting over, I was cock blocking. I'm down with OPP and
inviting her over.
Shaggy Shag Daphne after Scooby. Yo, she a Lucy, but she bragged about how I shagged her. Now every cartoon slut wanna do me. Peppermint Patty and Lucy. Even the Little Mermaid wanted to give up the coochie, but it smelled like smelting sushi. My name ain't Charlie Tuna. I don't mess with the fish. Chicken head of the sea bitch ain't getting no parts of this dick. Even though I love the way that Sabrina the witch switch. I had to jump the bones of that wicked witch of the west winch under the house. Remember when I made her toes curl? She cursed me when she found out I was cheating on her with the powder puff girls. Got seduced by that witch off the Bugs Bunny Halloween special. Bobby pins falling out her hair. One tooth trying to eat Hansel and Gretel. I wasn't honest when I poked Pocahontas hot ass in the heat of the moment. I told her I loved her, but that was in the past. She had beef with Judy Jet's son, who kept a wet tongue. And every super friend slut that drove run in become my fuck friend. Heathcliff's girlfriend Sonia. Oh yeah, I boned her 69. That cat's pussy made her 86 the leg warmer. Sleeping Beauty gave her booty to me. She hardly knew me, but she got hated on by Snow White, who was fiending to do me. But I couldn't make Snow White no wife, cause she was a hoe at night. So I married Darkwing Duck's daughter, cause her little hole was tight. Minnie Mouse gave sluggish crabs.
They have very hard, can grow as tall as 30 feet. So real.
Yeah, man, Przm was so creative. He was so creative. So I'm gonna move on. Joy is so dope. But yeah, I'm gonna move on, and I'm gonna move on to the first off the clock joint. that I'm gonna play. And Off the Clock. Now, interesting story. Off the Clock was I recorded Off the Clock right after Celestial Clockwork, and that's the whole point of the name, Off the Clock, because Celestial Clockwork was, you know, like straight poetry and heartfelt, you know, songs and everything. And but you know, like, I'm still a raw, you know, like MC, you know, I'm still an MC. So Off the Clock, because we were going on tour with Idea for the ENA tour for the second time, and I wanted to have some extra, and I also wanted to have some harder stuff to perform that was new on the tour. So me and Przm like, yo, you know what I'm saying, let's throw something together. And it's crazy because Off the Clock was done in 2 days. It was done in a weekend. The writing and the production. And I would go over, this was after the Phono Slut Mansion, and he had a spot with his girl up in Easton. And yeah, like I would go over there because, you know, I lived also up that way. So I would go over there and you know, like just knock joints out, just write. He played me beats, you know what I'm saying? He made me making beats. And you know, most of these were made on the spot, and I was writing to him as he was making them. And the crazy thing about the way Przm made beats, like you go over Przm's crib and, you know, the TV would be on, it's hooked up to the sampler. He'd have a record player over here, records all over the place. Like, Przm didn't give a fuck about his records. That's why all his music is so raw and dirty and gritty. And you know, like, you know, he would sample stuff off the TV. He would sample things like commercials. He would sample, you know, stuff from TV shows. And Przm loved to watch his cartoons, so he always had his cartoons on. So he would sample shit from cartoons, all that shit. But yeah, like, we did Off the Clock, and you know, it gave me something hype to perform during the same sets. And Przm brought his MP, and he would do the beats live while we were performing. And you know what I'm saying? So like it was a real good time. It was a real good time. So I'm gonna play the first joint I'm gonna play off the Clock, and I only chose a couple. Like I said, like, Przm got so much music, and I could play the whole Off the Clock EP, you know what I'm saying, on here. But yeah, like, he has so much music, I could do like 2 or 3 of these. But yeah, this is Everybody. This is one of my favorites, and this is one of the joints that we would perform on tour while we were out. So this is Everybody from Off the Clock. Illogic, DJ Przm on the beat. Rest in peace to my homie. Yo, check it out.
Fool.
I'm nice with the words on the mic.
Nevertheless, I'll smash you, then ask you how it felt. Swell kids with felt tip pins to pay the bills I drill. Words in concrete, so they're etched in stone. I'm the next Del clone, the embodiment of rocking shit. On the stage, I'm home. You're like a lost puppy whining for milk. My rhyming is silk, your rap's a plastic bastard. Take your book and
Trash it.
I stretch skill like elastic.
I'm surprised you lasted this long.
I've mastered the art of pin flashing. You've been crashing, kamikaze. Leave you shook, scooting around and mumbling like
Ozzy.
Build your walls and barricades, I'm afraid you can't stop me either. My flow's ether, so find my match and I'll light it for you. Though it might destroy you, I implore you to take in the explosion. Before your ear canals eroding from the style imploding. Folding your hand when I'm trump tight, I dump mics in alleyways and wipe the slate clean.
I'm nice with the words on the mic.
Everybody spitting. What happened to
All the fans, the crowd won't listen.
Nobody's waving their hands, it's okay to give me props, but just cause you rap too, you in the back.
Ice grilling with your whack ass crew. Like that, y'all. This is all Przm on the cuts too.
Yo, here we go again, another
Floater.
Drop an anvil on this man's skill to
Shatter your shoulder.
Are you an actor or a
Soldier.
Huh? Cause I got lost in your limp wrist, call and response, so I'm throwing a boulder at your mom. I told you
Not the stare.
you used the car race. Now you need a car with space to fit your wheelchair. How's that for
Battle rap?
Huh? Sharpen your battle axe, cause I slice beef nice before you could get the cattle back. My mastery repels apathy. You'll drown in agony. You'll call me your majesty.
After profound tragedy.
Hey, B,
What up, though?
I think they need to know who did the beat. Give Prism a loop in an hour.
You gotta move your feet.
Just bust nasty, but I bust grotesque. You get one guess, wrong answer. I'll devour your flesh. A
Cannibal.
Hannibal taught me well. A vandal with Sharpie in hand and some fans to rock. Well,
I'm nice with the words on the mic.
Everybody's spitting.
What happened to all the fans? The crowds won't listen.
Nobody's waving their hands. It's okay to give me props, but just 'cause you rap too.
You in the back ice grilling with your whack ass crew. You need help. And the crazy thing about the off the clock stuff is that like we did this shit and we just thought it was gonna be just something fun, something extra to sell on the road, like some tour only shit. And that was actually the plan, to make it tour only. And you know, like Przm pressed up the CDs. We took that picture for the album cover and had that all, you know, done up, and you know, it just happened to be one of those joints. Like we sold a gang of them on tour, and like performing that song was one of those reasons. And yeah, Przm was just like, he was just an amazing dude just to be around. You know what I'm saying? Like he was just an amazing dude to just hang with, and you know, like just say what up. You know what I'm saying? Like, and it's wild. Like Przm was the DJ for me and Blueprint a few times for tour, and like he would beatbox and DJ. You know, like we practiced all the set. And there was this one show, and I believe, I can't think of where it was off the top of my head, but it was a show we did at this little coffee house. At this is one of those funny. Oh, Opium Prodigy, what up, Mason? Yeah, Opium Prodigy was that shit back in the day. I'll talk about that later on another episode. But yeah, like we had this show at this little coffee house, and Przm was DJing, of course, for me and Print. And this is when Print was drinking. So Print would sometimes just, like if a show was going bad, you know what I'm saying? Like, and it was, you know, like 10, 20 people there, you know, like people would just start buying drinks, and like, yo, you know what I'm saying? Like Print would just get wild, you know what I mean? And Przm always had his little handy cam with him. And this was one of those times where Print had a meltdown on stage, and you know, like Print was, you know, people was, because the stage was right by the door. So, you know, we were rocking, you know, and everybody wasn't there to see us. Like it was like a weekly hangout, and it was on a college campus, and people would just leave, you know, it's like during our set. And Prince started hollering at people while they was leaving during the set, and like Przm just kept egging him on because he was videotaping it, and he wanted to make sure that, you know, we got all this on tape. So like, you know, like Prince was just a clown, man. And I wonder if that, like, Brew probably still has that tape with Prince melting down on stage, and yeah, like it was in Iowa or something. Like it was some, you know, like small college town. But yeah, man, that was the shit. You know, Przm was that kind of dude. But next I'm gonna play another joint from Flim Flam with Metro, featuring my man Metro and Przm also, called Nonsense. And this is also one of my favorites, and I hope that y'all dig it. You know what I'm saying? I hope that y'all dig it. So here we go. Nonsense with Metro and DJ Przm. Here we go.
Stop the nonsense. Stop the nonsense. I wonder. Stop
Now if I start smacking motherfuckers, you think a nigga was wrong. Even the wildest thugs would be like,
What type of shit he on?
I had it up to here with y'all half-ass act. Don't even know the real. Some internet rappers need to get smacked up. Learning how to rhyme by reading the encyclopedia while everybody sleeping on PIP. Psyching the media. Claiming that you hustle, man, your parents bought you that. Saying you been rhyming, man, you just learned how to rap. We've been doing this for eons, pushing singles. So what you rhyme fast and slow in battles? You still don't know the lingo. Bet you never been to the ghetto. You ain't got the real gift. You probably grew up in Bel Air, next door to Will Smith. Why you frontin' like you street? Yo, let me tell you something, chief. If it was real beef poppin', you probably be shaking like a loose leaf. Wasting loose leaf on that garbage you write. Last week you was a candy raver. This week you wanna grab the mic. Producer. Nowadays everybody a DJ. Promoters rather pay some cornball than pay for what we play. Fuck your airhead fans, they a bunch of dick riders. Try to rhyme with your mouth closed. You
Probably spit your shit tight. Spoiled, rotten. 10 minutes of fame and you're forgotten.
You ain't an MC, when's it gonna stop, man? Spoiled, rotten. 10 minutes of fame and you're forgotten. You ain't a killer, so when's it gonna stop, man? There are no slums in suburbia. Scraping the dirt from your fingernails and burning up a fistful. Arrogance inherited a fortune, while the less fortunate are forced to get aid this day and age. In this day and age, you made a way, you made a slave. Government issued a crutch to cripple. You couldn't pacify my people with a rubber nipple. Looking through the windows of your soul, you must have lived through a life with tunnel vision or blinders. Line up to spit your one-liners or find an excuse. Hey, you reproduce, you breathe a person, that's for certain. Ain't no need to get it twisted. Searching for eternal earth existence. Like one life sentence ain't enough. Constantly changing up the verses through the group of sucking on the dick. I'm liable to ridicule or rip you on the rectal orifice. Open your pores to this flow. Then later do your thinking on the porcelain bowl. You ain't shit. Who you supposed to be? Probably the critics got to me. You don't need the clock to be a hard knock and see. Knocker, spoiled, rotten.
10 minutes of fame and you're forgotten.
You ain't a gangster. When's it gonna
Stop, man. Spoiled, rotten. 10 minutes of fame and you're forgotten.
You ain't a real head.
When's it gonna stop, man? Yeah, man, like one thing about Prism and the whole Bernies and Phono Sluts, like shout out to Pos 2, Low Zone. One of the whole things about Bernies and Prism is that Prism never judged people. Like Prism was a, you know, acceptor of everyone. And you know, like at the Phono Slut Mansion, like he just be making beats. Like this was back in the day. And he just be making beats. And anybody that came over, you know what I'm saying, could jump on something. And it don't matter. It didn't matter if, you know, like it didn't matter if you was like one of the, you know, cats that, you know, like was a gangster cat. Like Prism didn't care. You know what I'm saying? Like Prism was one of those dudes that, you know, like accepted people and gave people a chance and gave people a shot. And mainly because everybody sounded dope over his beats. You know what I'm saying? Like Prism's beats were so crazy that the most gangster motherfucker would sound like, you know, like he was doing some hardcore hip hop shit. And it was a beautiful thing. You know what I'm saying? And one of the things that I always say about, you know, like the hip hop scene here in Columbus, Ohio, when we lost Prism, the scene kind of splintered. When we lost Bernies, you know, like the Phono Sluts wasn't doing so much. Low Zone had moved to Indianapolis because of work, and he had like 12 kids and shit. But, you know, one of those things, Prism always, it didn't matter. Like Prism would let anybody hop on a track. And that's why he has so much music. And that's why everybody loved Prism. And, you know, when Prism passed away, and also shout out to Racist Joe, my man Damon, when he passed away as well, he was one of the figureheads here in Columbus. But when Prism passed away and Bernies was no longer going on, you know, like Prism was that unifier. And it kind of, you know, he did shows with, you know, like it would be Greenhouse, some gangster group from the East Side, and, you know, like Spitball. And, you know, like he gave cats a chance at Bernie's, you know what I'm saying? And that was one of those things that, you know, made us, you know, made Columbus what it was, is that everybody was working together. Everybody was cool. There was no beef really. Like it was an amazing thing. And when PRZM passed away, we kind of lost that, you know, like the Columbus scene splintered a little bit. And we do have, you know, some people like my boy Josh with the 2x2 Fest, and, you know, Sam Rothstein, and, you know, like we got cats that are trying to bring people back together and doing shows, you know, like together. But the Columbus scene was like, we were one at that time. And I do miss those days, you know, some of the greatest shows ever, you know, happened at Bernie's. And I do miss those days. But I'm going to move into something that is semi-unreleased. Blueprint actually released it on one of his, you know, kind of tour-only joints, but it's not a wide-known joint. And me, PRZM, and Blueprint were actually going to work on an album, and we did 3 songs, and that's the only 3 songs we ever did. And Print used this song on, I believe, Vitamins and Minerals, I want to say. It might have been something else, but I think it's that one. But yeah, this joint is called Kill the Machine, and it's with PRZM on the beat, me and Blueprint on the vocals. And I really hope that y'all dig it, because it's one of my favorites that we did as a group. And we never got to perform it, but, you know, it's still one of my favorites, and I love it. Check this out. It's Kill the Machine, Illogic, PRZM, Blueprint. Yeah.
Kill the machine. Kill the machine. Kill the machine. Kill the machine. Kill the machine.
The mannequin sculptures, circling vultures, worthless pin bleeders, bottom barrel feeders, the conformist killers, style stillers and dream killers, smoke blowers stacking this weight on our shoulders.
The crooked cops, the thugs on my block, the stop signs and roadblocks, the gangbangers that won't stop, the chicks with no jobs that won't stop having kids, the dudes that refuse to put condoms on their dicks.
The brimstone temptation, God-forsaken, blank stares, cartons of cancer, shots of liquor, the right place, the wrong answers, happy pill dances, just to touch the sky quicker.
The people that control
What up, Marty? Thanks for joining me on YouTube.
Parents that sold you some misinformation. The revolution will be televised on the station when you kill them all and wipe the smiles from their faces.
YouTube chat, what up?
Stencils, misuse of pencils, directionless writers, aimless activists, glossy obsession, glorification of weapons, overpopulation of pacifists, no discretion.
The soccer mom crack fiend that lacks esteem. The last thing she got from her husband was a wedding ring. Wants to fight back, but she can't do a thing, so she holds a knife to his throat when he goes to
Kill
sleep.
the machine. Kill the machine. Kill the machine. Kill the machine. Kill the machine.
The back-breaking, heavy lifting of the non-driven, lazy coattail riders with no passion. The stagnant, the casket makers, dragon slayers, the overzealous fellas all talk, no action.
Go to work late, leave work early. Take long lunches, call in sick every Friday. Go to work high every time you get a chance, and tell them if they don't like it,
They can kiss your ass.
The payola for rotation placement, shark breeders encased in hatred, purposely biting blatant Radio 1 stations, uninspiring repetition, robots, no shocks and broken
Make
pistons.
shots at politicians, assassinate the president, bomb Saddam and all the other Islamic terrorists. Make Molotov cocktails, load up your weapon, burn the Catholic Church for protected child molesters.
The lost with no hope of being found, the cost of having your own sound, the de-evolution of culture, shameless stalkers with no scruples or sense of style.
Kill the fake smiles, the father that rapes his child, the mother for pretending that she couldn't hear a sound, the neighbors for going into a panic when they heard the person moving in next door
Was black or Hispanic. Kill the machine. Yeah, man, we have fun. We have fun recording this stuff. And there's like 2 more songs. One that's really funny, called Dick Size. I'm not gonna play it, but it's called Dick Size. And there's another one that we did And I think I played that on a previous joint. But next, I'm gonna play another joint that's one of my favorites, and it's featuring copyright my man Brew Lee in the house, and it's called "Your Time's Up" on Spitball Rockin' It. Check it out. That's Kill the Machine again. That's not the song. All right, here we go. Your time's up. Spitball, Brew Lee, copyright, DJ Przm on the beat. Here we go.
Is that the nigga copyright over there? Oh shit, that's my dog. I mean, that motherfucker go way back. I knew that motherfucker since he was like this big and shit. Man, I write for that nigga. I ghost write for that nigga. I write, don't tell him I told you this, though, but I write all that nigga shit. I write a lot of his rhymes. I be serving that nigga too. I battled that motherfucker. Matter of fact, I just battled him yesterday. I ate that nigga up.
Yo, don't get your bitch slapped or get your kid kidnapped. Gift wrapped your toilet and sold you your own shit
back dirty.
Fuck if my mom is a fan. I still cuss as much times
on the song as I can.
Leave no one to spare with Dro in the air. If you don't know me yet, get to.
I ain't going nowhere.
And no liars can hurt me. I'm the truth like BC was sworn under oath in an Iverson jersey. Blueberry scented blunts with blueberry vented sluts.
Run it up.
Fucked them in the butt and said it wasn't us. Running up in bitches' mouth with liquor dick. Just ridiculous shit. Told the bitches it was licorice sticks. I'm sick of the gift like having syphilis on December 25th. Bitches shit. I just remember funny shit. And I boo you in the crowd, chew you with a style. Nothing your corona.
Serve it to you with a smile.
You got a thumbs down, thugged out, club sound. Hell, we're underground. You don't get props under clouds. Get the fuck out my face, imitating Jay-Z. If not him, Slim Shady.
Taste these babies.
I hate things like mainstream and chasing my dreams. So every day when I wake up, hate your favorite MC. And that's me, bitch. You like, please, this one I need the explosion. You all on my dick and I don't need you no closer. I'll choke the smoke out your lungs, choke you down with my nuts. And like every time I battle, your ass will come. Lick a dick, pick a crew, and any verse to spit. It's quoting my shit,
your only purpose, bitch.
Thank you very little. I'll pimp spank you to Skittles. From pencils and mics to pistols and knives.
That's it. That's it.
Hey, yo, what happened? The beat just cut off.
I know. That's it, motherfucker.
What?
If y'all recognize,
What the fuck you talking about?
Get the fuck out. Your studio time is up.
Your studio time is up.
Don't let me have to kick your skinny ass.
I think this was his.
Out of here.
Hey, Brew, was his first? Was this his first appearance?
A lot of money. I'm hating.
I'm hating.
Fucking young motherfuckers always coming up in my shit, thinking they can take over.
Yeah, if you don't know, he turned up later on Off the Clock as well. But I'm gonna keep it moving. The next joint I'm gonna play is a joint that Przm did with Phys Ed called "You Are What You Eat," and this is one of my favorite joints. I love this joint. Off the Flip Flam EP or album.
Got a crew with me.
Got a crew with me.
I don't know if y'all know about him. Yeah. What's going on? Yeah.
What?
Let him know. Yo. I rhyme out the side of my neck. My verbal dynamite will blow the deck. I sip a fifth of sign out and wreck a whole show by my Demi. Take home the ghetto Grammy, did a show.
I think it was old man Clarence Przm. I mean, Brew.
And stand me, I'm numero uno rhyme slayer. Just because I hate you, don't mean that you a player. I told you, go on, play like station.
I'ma work like station.
I'm tracks in the basement, you facing lyrical Jason. 4 He's, more E's for me to act the file, cause it's duck season. My flow's out cold like a homeless Eskimo. Your rhyme's a vegetable. I grab the click, and blow. Now you too hollow to flow, but you wanna follow. I'm getting under your skin, entering through your cuticles. If I catch you loose slipping, I'ma sink ships. But if it's a loose bitch with pink lips, then I'ma sink the dick. And if she's rich with a meek and a mean ass switch, then I'm a pimper, get rich, get a money green whip. Give me the dough ho, nothing less and nothing more, cause I can always get ass from the girl next door. Got hoes galore, I land on skins like mosquitoes. Got scales and want a single, I fondle them like Bobito. When I stretch, plus my skinny arms is strong. I beat your boyfriend, fiance, or husband down if you think I'm wrong.
I think I'm on.
Some other shit way more advanced than the average prick, cause all of y'all sucking dick. And why you sucking on my slung, just don't bite me. Just because my name is Chris, don't take me lightly. I might split you to the white meat.
You heard.
shit is absurd. Too absurd, and that's word to my tin boot that'll make you bite the curb.
Yeah, Przm was a dope MC too. Like, don't sleep. He had bars out this world, man. It's my man PRZM coming up next after the hook. They call me a whack MC.
I call you out.
If you are what you eat.
They call me whack MC. I call you out.
Yeah, that snare is popping, Marty.
They call me a whack MC. I call you out. If you are what you eat, they call me a whack MC.
I call you up. Here my man PRZM. Old Opium Prodigy member from back in the day. Calling you out. Oh, it's a little early. He got like 4 bars.
Calling you out. You running scared out the club.
We falling you out.
Now we falling out. Cause your iron pentameter was busted in a whack manner. Your similes and pros, for instance, make no sense. Busting oxymorons. Or maybe you're the moron. I know you're moron. Crowd can't wait for us to get on. We wreck shop, bitch.
Word is born.
Word is born. Word is born.
So, like I said, Przm worked with everybody. You know what I'm saying? Like from the highest in Columbus to the lowest in Columbus. And he did a couple joints with Smash, S.A. Smash, who was Metro, and Camus, rest in peace. He did a couple joints for their album. And but this next joint he did with a fellow Opium Prodigy member, Megahertz member as well. People don't understand how, yeah, man, like, I feel you, bro. Like, people don't understand how this was our life, man. Like, this is the soundtrack. This is what we was bumping in the ride. You know what I'm saying? But he did a joint with, he did a couple joints, actually. I think they were working on a record. He did a couple joints on Jakida Motormouth, who was from Megahertz. He did a couple joints for an EP or album that he released. And this joint is off of Spitball, The Last Straw, called Brilliant. And it's with my man, Jakida Motormouth. He's one of the illest. All right, here we go. Jakida Motormouth, DJ Przm, Brilliant.
Let's put this ass on this be so fucking fun here. He sounds like finally they put a fucking ass on this beat. Brilliant. I'm fast paced in a rap race. I'm winning last place. The first loser to eat me can tell you how ass tastes. I'm a butthole. Stop a mud hole and hope to test me. You diss me incorrectly.
If you diss me incorrectly.
You can't bring it to my face. That proves you're a loser. I run over your family in a stolen
Land Cruiser.
Wrap my ass around your face. Sit on your mind state. Tease your tongue with my dung.
Give you that greasy slime taste.
Immediately rhyme great. At a divine rate. I fly fake rappers head slap the dead and make their minds wait. Prepare for the coming of evil and obnoxious deliverance. The most MCs, I'm an army of ignorance. A big mouth who won't stop yapping after a couple brews. Yeah, I talk too much.
But what the fuck you gonna do?
It's Opium Prodigy providing bodily boom. Try with the technology to
abolish quality crews.
Walloping through those who hit with the hardest blows. You fiends fucking with dope, I'm the genuine article. The poppy plant with a mouth, so smoke me to your zone. I'll turn battle addicts to birds and kill 2 of them with one stone.
Hey, fucking forget about it.
It's got copy on it too, actually. Hey, here go copyright right here.
Fucking
forget about it.
Forget about it. Hey, forget about it. That slut's mine, but guess what, Don? I'm man enough to come up in you,
but not man enough to take care of what's mine.
I drop adjectives, give whores job practice, MCs pretend. You need to send your demo to Bob Saget.
He'll laugh at it.
The audience will vote for it.
Hell.
Might even win the 50 grand.
Go for it.
I'm a psycho with a pump and a rifle in the trunk. You got 10 seconds to run.
I never liked you from the jump.
MC/MD, yes, Dr. Strange. Arrived fully equipped, but I took brains in a 6-octave range. Stop the jokes, I cop the game. You a legend like KRS? I give one shit.
I'll mock your name.
You whack. Think you sound better on the mic we be on? After the show, when you walk backstage, your bike will be
gone.
The crew can't fuck with Pete. You want a
huddle beef?
I guarantee you get smothered with a fucking
snuggle sheet.
There ain't a man that breathes air that can fuck with these MCs here. Prepare for bondage. Fucking with a crew as rare as
Bond is.
Go tell your mammy.
Flip the urban.
Please, motherfuckers that suck
Flip the urban kiwi.
Catch a bad case from the bag face. Snatch a sad taste of the herpes. You and your crew of crab cakes at the home plate. Steps it back and got struck out. Yeah, you in the house.
Now get the fuck out.
Express the essence of a crescent thin moon. Your gay parade of MCs will in tune. I'm in tune while you're tone deaf with a hearing aid. Bomb at your hands on grand. Bombs in with 10 grenades. The remaining's a great thing to talk about gaining. I'm taking free shit.
Everything you wanna be, bitch.
Heading on all games, saying the same lame rhyme you wrote and making it sound
dope.
This is some dim-witted shit.
Cock block till your chick kicks pinnacle dick.
Splitting a pre-written, a nigga do be hitting licks on
jigaboos.
Leaving sisters smitten with dick in, then throwing M-tracks on the M-tracks. Time to meet your fate. Time to meet your fate. Yo, I bring it to your face, you cold cocked. We can fight like rival punk rocks. Hit you with a fist chain and 6 locks, you dick jocks. I'm in a fight in Irish logo stands. I take you and your man so quick you ain't see the movement of my hand. No question how your mugshot got on the back of a milk carton. I'm digging in milk crates, loving the way the vodka and milk taste. Taking baths and saunas with bleach and ammonia. Step up to the podium talking shit and be a goner. You up against the shittiest talking, it's awful. It's hell-raising arsonist. Think you a dog, then come and suck the snorsage. I'm too tight, tighter than any fist in a fight. Tight like Damon's afro in a stocking cap.
Tight
like a nut turned to the right with a monkey wrench. I'm coming like a thief in the night, like the second coming of Christ. Got an appetite for a stage and an omnidirectional mic. At sessions I open the mic,
then I close the mic.
Clutch and froze the mic unless you got 2 of them, bitch, you ain't touching the mic. Cause at the same time I leave it hot like whistling steam pipes.
Yeah, man, that joint is fucking crazy. Crazy. But, oh, shout out to my man Gareth. He always here on the lives. How'd I get the scar on my arm? I actually broke my arm and I had it broke in a weird place and I had surgery. I have like a long metal bar that goes from here to here that's holding my bone together. I'm sure it's healed by now, but yeah, that's how I got the scar on my arm. Got broke. But we're gonna keep it moving and we're gonna move on to some Spitball. The Spitball anthem from The Last Straw as well. And this, I believe, is featuring my man Brew Lee again. Spitball consisted of a whole bunch of cats. Spitball was like just a crew of MCs, almost like Wu-Tang, where, you know, cats like, you know, just showed up on tracks and shit. But it was Brew Lee, Preternatural, Andrew Bag of Donuts, Illodamus, Brew Lee. I think I mentioned Brew Lee. But yeah, like anybody that, you know, did tracks for this project was, you know, considered Spitball. But this is the Spitball anthem, and it's off of The Last Straw.
Talk some shit at the beginning of it.
Andrew Bag of Donuts got the first verse.
Andrew Bag of Donuts. Only come around once in a blue moon, eh? They forget. Hey, Yola, master of something that I forgot. Got out of bed to fuck you up. Eyes still full of snot. Tissue papyrus. Ability to scratch an ass. Stir my chunky soup with ginger snaps and sassafras. Eyes on glass, full steam. Pirates of Penzance and the Caribbean. Wet dream that your mom thought about after watching Matlock. Living in my dad's basement. Cantankerous crackpot. Come out into daylight every 3 weeks and get up the sun. Lord, deliver me from evil. That will be done. Catching a pair of cement shoes. Andrew Bag of Donuts hanging at a Tim Hortons. Waiting for paid extortion. Full of muscle, dragging Joe Pesci out to the docks. Fat bastard made me have to go readjust my shocks. And my carburetor streamlined or something. Cash out my enemy's eyes and make a pumpkin.
I told you, forget about it, huh?
I like to hear it. First of all, I disperse
first, the worst grade, the first made, the battle cats. I bring a battle wax, the nurse maid, and the first aid. So man, I hope your church prayed. You in my face kicking that chicken shit, thinking new type with the birthday. And man, I heard
This was new type. He was one of those cats that just came and rocked on joints.
By the time I'm done, there will be no more fans. You miss your chance to rip. And you can piss your pants and make your dance a bit and probably die on the spot from shots. What I rock is truly cancerous. I'm just an ugly MC with a big nose and Adam's apple. You scared, I'll diss myself and rip myself so we don't have to battle. And slip myself with Mickey's now. I'm kinda drunk, kinda pumped, the conscious of back. Where we're not, the whack comments to rap. Approach the rap, but his confidence lacks skills, lactose, lacks when he need most. That which is to be fat. This simply sucking fuck, stuck with nothing, dick in this crack. Flipping this track cause I'm sick of this crap. It's as simple as that. Now I'm whack, 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 whack.
Ball.
Embryonic embodiment as a black curse. Thinking you made it, thoughts incarcerated. Taking a escape, making a break for it. I regulate space and orbit. While the absurd haven't mastered Earth. Got rappers drowning down in the afterbirth. The raps disperse. A whack rehearse would only sound worse. Sugary coated candy, cotton style, won't hold shit. Keep pressing, then get promoted to scum sucking. The motherfucking faggot. My mind's so right.
Yeah, this shit fire.
Kicking addiction, inflicting to bitch and boneheads. Bitching a connection fit. Wishing to be the shit. I commit.
Flip the urban.
Body ride the wood. Whittling. Living in a world so sickening. That's why we provide the goods. Soul control and hold it down for it on smoldering mics. Molding musical molecules. Spins and nasty habit.
Ball. Alright, so that was the Spitball anthem. And so I'm gonna go ahead and share another story that a lot of cats might not have heard. But this is a pretty famous story about Przm. So we were in Chicago. We were on the E&A tour, but we had merged with the Atmosphere tour, and Atmosphere was performing. Mr. Dibbs was their DJ. It was a super ill like show. I had met Common actually like at the bar next door, like just like crazy. So we're at this show, we rock, you know what I'm saying? Show's over, everybody's leaving, we selling merch, and Przm meets this girl, and this happened often. Przm was still cats girls at shows, and so like we was at the merch table, and this girl named Bridget came up, and Przm did his thing. Like Przm he had charisma out the ass, you know what I'm saying? And so like somehow he got Bridget to agree to come back to our hotel with us, but she was there with her boyfriend and one of his friends, and so like she had to lose him, and like she tried to lose him or whatever. We packing up the van, we getting ready to roll. Like my cousin Sean was there, like it was a lot of people there, and so Bridget is going to the car with us. Like I guess she tried to ditch her boyfriend or whatever, and Bridget's going to the car with us, and all of a sudden these two, little scrawny white dudes come out, and I guess her boyfriend found out that she leaving with us, and he starts screaming across the street, wanting to fight. Mr. Dibbs was loading up the van. So Dibbs, if you know Dibbs is a crazy motherfucker. Dibbs is not one of those dudes that you want to fuck with. You know what I'm saying? Like, so, Dibbs comes out. My cousin gets out the car. I get up. Foster was there too. Word, bro, I forget that Foster was there. So like, it was two of them. It was me, Dibbs, my cousin who's like 6'1". Dibbs is huge. And like we got out like, what's up? You know what I'm saying? Like, cause dude was talking a lot of shit. He was hollering at his girl, calling her a hoe. Bridget, you're a whore. You're gonna go with these guys. You just met them tonight. And his friend was trying to hold him back cause he's, he saw like we had like a gang of motherfuckers. And like his boy like took him, and they're walking down the street, and we're getting in the car, and all we hear is her boyfriend hollering, Bridget, walking down the street looking all, crazy, and, Przm just stole his girl, and, you know, took her back to the room, and you know what I'm saying, the rest is history. You know what I mean? So yeah, that's one of my fun stories about Przm, my man DJ Przm. But yeah, next joint is a joint. I think this is unreleased, and it's by Flip the Urban Kiwi, one of my favorites. That was never released, and it's called Circle of Bullshit with DJ Przm and Flip the Urban Kiwi on the rhymes, DJ Przm on the beat, and it's definitely one of those joints that you gotta check out. But this is called Circle of Bullshit with Flip the Urban Kiwi, DJ Przm on production. Check it out.
All these motherfuckers sound the same. All of them do. A full circle of bullshit. Man, getting on my nerves for real. They're getting on my nerves. I'm tired of this circle of shit. Sorry to shit. Oh, who's this rapper? Bring him on stage. You was here last week, talking trash with glass teeth. I smash weak bastards who speaks well. I wait till your late delivery service by postal mail. But pretend if we had beef, thought you was fly till you belt out grabbing your ass cheeks. Skydive on live video, crashing until you stab on ground zero. Cannibals that bite sound rusty with mechanical mandibles. Shot put a spitball when it lands, it hits y'all. The flavin' slaves command you to ride the dick, y'all. I reverse the reflexes style, agile like a tomcat, approved up, official, non-whack MCs, expressively kids, rack on the constant, flip the man myth, feeding buckets with a knuckle sandwich, leaving pussy cat stuff wrapped up in cloth bandages, and if you can't manage to stand it, then drop dead, lay stiff, murdering mics on my day shift, what I write might threaten, why you like tight, sweating, light reflecting in the gray mist, I do this for the majority who get high, that only say no to conformity, get rhyme till they die, then make a hit in the big playlist in the sky.
What y'all niggas wanna scrap? Yo, we can handle that. Oh, you running against your gag? We can handle that. What y'all got, battle rap? We can handle that. Oh, now you got a blunt to match. We can handle that. Greenhouse effect, get enough respect. Yup. Adam's fam, get enough respect. Yeah. Plus one, get enough respect. What? Trailer Park Ninjas, get enough respect. Yeah.
Yeah, man. Przm has so many joints. So much shit that he did. You know, it just sucks that he left us so soon. But the next joint I'ma play is off of Off the Clock, and it's another one of my favorites called Like Us. And this has to be like one of my favorite rhymes that I ever wrote. And you know, just barring out and going crazy. And cats would love when we would perform this. But this is Like Us off the Clock.
Mics to the cosmos. I'm in flight like Excite bikes.
Flipping on Nintendos.
Sleep with a nightlight. Froze afraid for your life. Just wait and I'll strike 3 times with lightning language. I touch the pages, nothing short of amazing. Of course I'm grazing in the pasture. How else would I gather nourishment? I'm flattered you haven't mastered the basics. City to city, flourishing on stages for all ages. Names change
with the faces. It's outrageous.
The claims of grandeur should beat you with a lightning rod
till a tripod can't stand you.
It's okay to nod. Nobody's watching but God. You're shocked that I rap relentless and you rap
Christmas gifts.
In the midst of cats, these raps need Jesus. Set them free from the traps. I'll melt this glacier. You can take the tap and I'll splash you with some pure unadulterated brilliance. Spilling over water supply, quenching the thirst of millions.
There was a time when rhyming took a little more time, and rappers took the time and shining secondary. Like us. Rappers put their time in, shine in secondary. Like us. Second verse. Ill.
Check it out.
Ill writes.
Rock mics to the cosmos. You types of parasites.
Cause I like the host.
I'll get dough to make toast. And seeds up on the boats. You'll get played out.
I'll stay way out like space ghosts.
I'm like a thermostat in the world of thermometers, cause you can just tell that there's heat. But I
What up,
make it
Mikey?
hotter.
My brother in the house.
Make you quote my business hours dangling from 12-story balcony
For doubting me.
You're about to see it's not a threat,
It's a promise.
I bet you forget there's no frontin' when
Fucking with the showstoppers.
Crowd rocking, you watching like
It's only two of them.
I'm used to seeing cats go off CD with 10 hype men. There's no need for that. Give us 2 12s and a microphone.
Thanks, bro.
Birds fly in flocks,
But eagles fly alone.
I've grown to know where I wanna go. It takes patience. That's why I never get lost. I only change my destination.
There was a time when rhyming took a little more time and rappers put their time in, shining secondary. Necessary for followers, not authors of their destinies like us. Not authors of their destinies like us. Yeah, man, that's one of my joints, man. So next I'm gonna hit y'all with this was like one of those Columbus hits. Spitball couldn't perform without performing this song, and it's one of my favorites from the crew. This also features my man Brew Lee, and it's called Making Moves. And yeah, like this joint is super crazy. Shout out to my brother in the room. Yeah, man, what up, Mike? You know what I'm saying? Everything looking crispy, you know what I'm saying? But yeah, this is Making Moves by Spitball.
I got my backpack strapped on right.
To the break of dawn. Check it out. Check it out.
And yo, wake up, it's time to make moves and break the fake up. My team gotta eat and cut the steak up, take off the makeup. It's time to shape up and ship out the merch. More product for the fiends and it hurt, cause my beats is the truth. Don't do rhymes in the booth, in the studio from 2 to 10 to 2 with a crew, spit a few. Some shit that you can never do. Don't even try it. I'd rather you just buy it, stay a fan, and leave it to the pros. And that soft shit you spit, you should leave it for them hoes. Spit pour that movement of grimy, raw shit. Put the mic down, dude. We all can't spit. Just that anthem when you pump your
What up,
fist.
Gordo?
And if your head ain't nothing to this, you must be a bitch.
You must be a bitch.
Moves all nuts, yeah.
Making moves, y'all. To the break of dawn. To the break of dawn.
My crew rocks the boom box without the use of tube socks. You got 2 blocks, but ain't busting 2 shots. Bust town, lock it down. I got a style. It's not to be getting out box without the mittens. Watch out for Przm, Brutally be on a mission. Come visit me in the city that be sleeping on hip hop. This kid'll never get got. I know my spit's hot. Must got it confused cause I'm hotter than June. A lot of dudes for some reason wanna gossip about brew. The shit that I be doing, these bitches I be showing.
I wish.
Get my dick out your mouth, I heard a rumor so ridiculous. Tell me where the swisher is. Tell me where
I wish,
the
Chad. I wish we could all hang out at my crib. I don't know if my wife would dig it.
Get your body in the front. We can puff a blunt, bring a ball, sing along. Everybody in the front, hands high like a shotty with a pump.
Check it out. Check it out. Check it out. Preternatural. Eclipse.
They look a bloody mess when I'm pumping the sets. In the dark, I probably look as if I was possessed. So I never get stressed, never flip my boat. Unless I drink like I just won't survive if I don't. Like my brain and my heart pump Henny and Coke. Smelling like I use Jim Beam as if it was soap. An alcoholic soap. You don't wanna get me pissed. Cause my click, my beeper, the bottomless pits. When the temperature's rising, the fits will swing. I'll have you annoyed from the havoc that this prodigy brings. You can tell from how I spit, I'm probably sick. I catch fevers when I'm at home just thinking of shit. Yeah, your status quo shaking a bit. My flow's out cold, it's the iceberg that's sinking your ship.
On and on and on. Till the break of dawn. Till the break of dawn. Yeah, man, I'm about to get out of here, but I just wanted to, you know, like, pay homage, pay tribute to my man. You know, play y'all some music that y'all might not have heard before. You know, just show you how much of a genius he is. Like, PRZM was our Dilla, you know what I'm saying? And you know, I always loved him for everything that he ever did, and you know, just being on the road with him was beautiful, man. Like, you know, spending time with him, getting to know him, and you know, enjoying so many good times that we had. But yeah, I'm gonna get out of here, and if you want to, you know, check out an encore performance, oh, cats want me to play Don't Go. Okay, I'll play one more song. I will play one more song because everybody asking for Don't Go. But yeah, like, I thank y'all for listening to me. Thank y'all for rocking with me again. Beats and B-sides, tanks, and t-shirts are on sale. IamIllogic.com. And yeah, get those soon. You know what I'm saying? Because they are running low. But I'm gonna play Don't Go, and then after that, I'm gonna play probably the joint that PRZM is most famous for, joint that him and Camus did, rest in peace to my man as well, called Hold the Floor. And then I'm gonna be out of here. If you want to check an encore performance, you can catch me on IG in about 45 minutes. I'm gonna try to go on there at 10, around 10. But yeah, so I'm gonna play Don't Go, and then I'm gonna play Hold the Floor, and then we're gonna get out of here. But thank y'all for checking out, you know, Beats and B-sides tonight. I really appreciate it. Really appreciate it. So, like, yeah, so here we go. Don't Go, and then we're gonna fade out with Hold the Floor. All right? Peace, y'all.
What up, though? PRZM, Logic, dog. We ain't going nowhere. No.
We're here to stay with no delay, continue rising. You're here to play with weak rhymes on the sidelines crying. All you do is talk, running your gap like I'm trying. I'ma blow this summer watch, have y'all all on my jock. While you waiting to blow, see you at the show with your hands up, reciting my flow in the front row. You seem shocked. I'm moving merchant, don't work. Bills paid and I ain't signed a goddamn thing except my name on your CD. Your brother wants to be me while you waiting for a deal. It's a goddamn shame, see. I signed this for chicks' birthday gifts, and you just wish somebody picks your shit up by accident.
Told y'all, man, we ain't going nowhere, dog. We just getting started. As a matter of fact, yo, ill. Got another verse to spit. Drop it.
I know you're wondering where they come from, like what they got that I don't got,
what they rock that I can't rock.
A whole damn lot. For one, we plot our own course.
Peace, Gordo.
And y'all waiting for the store to deliver you
a miracle.
Your flow's abysmal, freestyle's terrible, voice is annoying,
written's hysterical. We got the non-factor.
Never yielded, and as far as building, I'm the
contractor.
Here from start to finish. You're wishing that we stop, but y'all gonna get smitten with waitlist this year. Watch your face every quarter with something new and massive. Repping the game, making your crew go home and practice. Y'all dust to dust, ashes to ashes. Anything we touch, it's a must that you cop it. I bust like bad airbags in car crashes. You can trust it's fresh, yo, it's PRZM and Illogic.
PRZM and Illogic. Come on, man. Look, you got Detroit and Columbus on this. Hey, I ain't even gotta say it.
It's all time, the sun is set on your parade. You wanna dispute what I'm saying, but look afraid.
You don't have the balls.
Because you know that it's true. To get to where we're going, here's what you do. First you gather up your crew and then you
damn right, gather up your crew.
Old man Clarence coming back.
Engineer, what the what? Yo, man, I had like Yo, I still got like 14 bars, man.
Gotta get up out of here. Gotta get up out of here.
But I was killing that.
Studio time up.
I was murdering that shit.
I don't care. You gotta get up out of here.
Man,
Studio time up.
I ain't never coming back to this motherfucker. Fuck you, nigga. Fuck you.
You should have enough logic to know when your
studio time is up.
Pyramid, no.
Pyramid.
No. That
Prism.
studio time. What?
My name's
Prism, pyramid, shit. I don't give a shit. All the same. You know, studio time up. Studio time up. Fuck you. I had to kick you up out of here before, didn't I?
Yeah, man. That joint. Yeah, so all right, like I said, I'm gonna get out of here. Last joint I'm gonna play is Hold the Floor. But yeah, old man Clarence came in and shut us down. But the last joint I'm gonna play is Hold the Floor. I thank y'all for watching. Thank y'all for participating. Thank y'all for chatting, all that shit. You know what I'm saying? I really appreciate it. If you want to catch an encore, I will be on IG in about 30 minutes, 40 minutes. And yeah, man. Thank y'all for checking. Thank y'all for helping me pay tribute to my man DJ Przm and the Funnel Sluts, Spitball, 3MS. You know, shout out to everybody. And yeah, man. But thank y'all for listening. And we're gonna end it with Hold the Floor by my man Camus and DJ Przm. Thank y'all. Thank y'all. Thank y'all. Thank y'all. Really appreciate it. Hopefully I did a good job. Did a good job, bro. Hopefully I did a good job. But here's Hold the Floor. And I'm out. I appreciate it.
Little bitch, count these bars, count these bars. Little bitch, count these bars, count these bars. Count these bars, count these bars, bitch. I'm an engineer with sinister schemes to injure your team. With the writing pen, I'm tearing your sewing right out of your seam. I be bullying faggot rappers, I'm hoping they push. Scores that get crushed and your brains are left floating in mush. It's plain like daylight, I like meat on the hook. It's pain like rusty nails stuck in your foot. You wanna play mind games, I'm leaving your brain choking. A slice of slit in your forehead, slipping and token. My breath is sizzling hot, I'm passing goons in it. Then cut a hole in your head and toss a spoon in it. They give mixed feelings to whoever is tuned in it. The split dreams like split screens and loose tendons. And at nightfall, I'm feeding a fight, y'all. Make a wrong move, elbow to your light score. Not going against me is thinking like you ain't gonna die. Or skinny dipping in hell, thinking you ain't gonna fry. Y'all don't really want it. What y'all wanna do? Hold the door. All my niggas watch you hold the floor. Y'all don't really want it. What y'all looking for? Hold the door. All my niggas watch you hold the floor. You'll get pinched in the place if you try to hit. And if you say my rhyme ain't great, you get stabbed in the face. With the opposite end of the mic, I'm ending your life. With the stupid comment you made, the timing is nice. I cut off the top and make you share a piece of your mind. And pump morphine until you think you're seeing through grids. And when I'm flying hands, those missing pieces you needed, I'll feed it to kids. Cause when I'm in the hood, my locomotive is to dice your brain apart. With two hammers for fence, I grind your bones and sword. Then hit you with a sidecar to break your train of thought. Then hit you with your eye darts, you can't say you saw it. It's pointless to test when you know your body is numb. You wanna spit hot shit like me, then sit on the sun and make straight effort to gas to get hit with the gun. Little bitch. Niggas, you earned it, cause when you mix with the likes of me, you get stuffed in the thermos and properly shanked and butchered and tossed in the furnace. And when you touch back, a quarterback will call an audible play and spike balls in your knees and have you crawl for days. Y'all don't really want it. What y'all wanna do? Hold the door. All my niggas rush and hold the floor. Y'all don't really want it. What y'all looking for? Hold the door. All my niggas rush and hold the floor. Little bitch. Little bitch. You see him?
Yup.
Prison.
What up?
Prison.
Yo, who we with?
Megahertz.
PRZMs.
Weatherman. Cammy.
See him hating. Yeah. See him. Yo, Def Trucks. We in there this year.